What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman Contracts. It's time for Lee Hong Assassination, the final level of Hong Kong and the penultimate level of the game in general. And if you listen closely, the kitty cat is excited about it. Anyways, so first I'm going to show a walkthrough of the full level, including one of the 4 potential safe locations, and at the end of the video I'm going to show the other 3 safe locations you could possibly get, all in one video. The first thing you need to do is enter the restaurant through the front door, go through the doors labeled with the green light to reach the bar, and talk to the bartender. He is going to give us an invitation that will give us access to the brothel.
I'm sorry.
But after the conversation ends, or you could just skip it if you really don't want to listen to it, make sure you pick up the brothel invite off the bar, because he didn't directly give it to you, you have to pick it up. And then you're going to want to quickly go behind the bar and pick up the laxatives. They are on the wine rack, on the far left-hand side. So brothel invite, and then laxatives, right there. Now the door with the red lights is with the 2 guards. This is the passageway to the brothel. With the invite, they will permit us in, and then the other guard will actually escort us. I should mention now that as soon as you pick up the laxatives from the bar, or the vial of poison from the brothel, Lee Hong and his personal bodyguard Zun are going to leave their heavily guarded mansion and then come to the restaurant to eat, sitting at the banquet table. The same banquet table where we eliminated 2 of the Blue Lotus guys just 2 levels ago. In the meantime, though, we're going to the brothel to meet Mei Ling, who has had close connections to Lee Hong and has acquired a note card with the combination to his safe where he's hiding his jade figurine. And collecting that jade figurine is the second objective. And she'll give us the combination to the safe, and then a CIA agent trapped in the basement will give us the location. So, yeah, this is going to be long drawn out, and if you haven't noticed already, or if you haven't seen my old video, this strategy is exactly the same as what I used to do. Because the strategy already gives you all zeros, regardless of safe location. So, that's why I didn't change it. Anyways, back on track. Basically, we'll meet with Mei Ling in the room, and then we're going to have to help her escape the brothel. Or just the whole Wang Fu restaurant in general. I know this is a long, drawn-out strategy. You can skip the dialogues to speed it up if you want, which is probably what I should have done in all honesty. But anyways, but it's a good strategy because it guarantees all zeros. Plus, it's better to get the jade figurine first and kill Lee Hong second, because you don't want to run the risk of Zun finding Lee Hong's corpse. That would ruin all zeros. So let's just watch the movie and then we'll escape the brothel. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going out the... Do not go out... First of all, do not go out the door you came in from. The old lady, the madame or whatever you want to call her, is going to basically flip out, and then she'll call the guards to kill you. So we're gonna thankfully all the rooms have balcony access, and we're gonna go out the back door to the balcony. We basically want to go around the building the long way, jump the balcony, catch her as she attempts to jump the balcony.
You get me out of here.
And then we have to very carefully sneak out across the bridge, and then down the stairwell to the storage room, where we sneak out, you know, the back, like, receiving area, or whatever you want to call it. So here we go, just like I said, around the building, and then, jump the balcony. And then she's going to try to jump the balcony. Make sure you are standing right here. If you're not standing here when she jumps and hangs, she will fall. She will not die, but she will run away and you will not get the safe combination. So, make sure you're standing there to catch her. Alright, so continuing on. From this point, where the wood beam is, start sneaking just to make sure you're safe. Now stay to the right, especially when you get to the bridge. Stay as far to the right as you can to guarantee that those guards don't see you. They are positioned in a way where they're looking away from the bridge, so they shouldn't see you, but just be safe. And then go immediately to the right, between the crates. Very carefully look down the stairwell to see where the guard down there is. If you notice, he was going down the basement stairwell through that open doorway. That's what we want him to do, so that we can get to these crates and hide. What we want to do to be safe, especially if you like watching cutscenes, wait for the guard to come back up, wait for him to go out the doors, and then back in. And then we ourselves will go out there, get Mei Ling to the back door where she can escape, and then she'll give us the safe combination. And then we can continue on from there. So just let the guard come back. Any day now. Here he comes. Alright. And then just carefully sneak around him. Don't worry about Mei Ling. As far as I know, the guards will not aggro if they see her, but not you. They'll only aggro if they see you.
Oh yes, of course.
Alright, so she's out and we've got the combination.
Hi, handsome.
We wanted to get it from her because the only other way to get it is from Li Hong himself. And like I said, killing him first runs the risk of Zun finding the body, which I want to avoid. So we're looking through the keyhole because we're going back the way we came, but we want this guard to go back to the basement again so that we can easily sneak around him. So what we're going to do is stand in the corner over to our left, right here. Just hide in this corner because as soon as that guard comes up, he's going to immediately turn to his left and he won't see us. And then we ourselves are going to run down into the basement. And we're going to go after Agent Smith, the CIA agent who was captured in an effort to collect the Jade figurine and presumably either eliminate or get intel on Li Hong. I recommend sneaking here because there's a chef down here to the left. I'm not sure if he'll really see you or do anything, but just be safe. And then in this room, there's a conveniently placed chef uniform on the floor that we're going to take. And we'll proceed further into the basement. Technically, it'll only get us so far because we cannot go past those guards. But we can go into this room to the right. And we're going to use a hidden corridor that is not marked on the map. It is just past this door. This corridor is hidden. Like I said, it's not marked on the map. And it's basically unguarded with the exception of one guard around that corner who we're not even going to run into. So this door here, watch out for that guard, is going to conveniently take us to this room where Agent Smith is. First we'll free him out of this ancient wooden stockade, and then he'll tell us which safe the Jade figurine is in. It's one of 4. You can skip this cutscene if you want to, but do not. I repeat, do not skip the dialogue with Agent Smith himself. If you're playing on professional difficulty like I am, then there are no points of interest marked on the map whatsoever.
First they took a chair.
So the only way you'll know this safe location is to just listen to the dialogue.
Almost had it.
So in this case, during my full recording of the level, it's the brothel.
That's what I needed to know.
The safe in the brothel.
Look out for Zun. He's a big bastard.
So there's 4 safes, and I'm gonna go in order of how I recorded them all. The brothel was the first safe for the full level recording.
Here's everything.
Then there's Hong's office, the weapons depot, and the guards' quarters. Compared to the Codename 47 version of this mission, all the safe locations are pretty easy.
Yeah, thank you.
The only one that's somewhat tricky is Hong's office, since it requires a different disguise and we have to maneuver around guards, but it's still not hard though. But first, the brothel safe. So we'll sneak back out, back to the hidden corridor, and then we're basically going to backtrack. There's an elevator down here that can either take us to the first floor close to the restaurant kitchen, or the second floor close to the VIP restaurant area. For the brothel, so this elevator, we're going to call it, and we're going to take the elevator to the second floor, and then we'll head back to the brothel from there. Basically, we're going to sneak back into the brothel the same way that we snuck out with Mei Ling. I think it's safe to assume that the chef is not permitted inside the brothel, which is why we have to sneak in. If you want to be safe, you could dress up as a red dragon guard instead, but you don't really have to because sneaking in is relatively easy. So it's just return to the brothel. Yep, you're fine. Stay to the left so that we can cross the bridge. And then we're going to jump that balcony again. And then as soon as we do, the first door on the right is going to lead to, I'm assuming, the brothel manager's office, or the madam's office, or whatever you want to say. And the safe is in there. So yes, just go to the door on the right. There's the safe. With the combination, we can open the safe and take the jade figurine. You want to make sure you know which safe is correct, because if you open any of the others, with or without the combination, they will set off an alarm and alert guards, because the safe is because it's the incorrect safe. So now we'll sneak back out again, the same way as earlier. Stay to the right. And then once we're back across, we'll go down the stairwell to that storage room, and then we'll go out to the back area again so that we can use one of the back doors to the kitchen, because we want to go to the kitchen because there's a bowl of soup that's waiting to be served to Li Hong. So into the kitchen we go. So there's the soup right there. Put the laxative in the soup, and then we'll automatically pick it up, and we're going to go serve it to him. So the way to go is left, and then when you enter the banquet room, stay as far to the left as possible, because we do not want the guard to the right to turn around, or at the very least, we don't want him to turn around too much. So stand behind Li Hong and serve the soup. That way you're already behind him once the cutscene ends, because we have magic teleportation powers. So Zun will poison taste the food and then get sick and run away. We will pull out our fiber wire, kill Li Hong, And then while sneaking, go ahead and drag his body to the other side of the table just to be extra safe. Because I don't want those guards right outside. I don't want to risk them seeing the body as we run out, because it could happen if you're not careful. And now, while Zun is presumably having diarrhea, we're going to quickly backtrack to the kitchen, out the back door, and head straight to the exit. So that shows the whole level start to finish and one of the safe locations. Now I'll show you the other three. So very quickly, the stats, just so you can see that you get all zeros. See? Silent Assassin, all zeros. And now let's show the first alternate safe, which is Hong's office. So we're back in the stockade room. Pull out your syringe, and we're going to have to sneak up and knock out this red dragon guard, because we need this disguise in order to access Li Hong's mansion. It's heavily guarded. Now we'll use our hidden corridor again. This is the one and only guard in the hidden corridor that I mentioned. Just be careful around him. And then just keep going. And then here, at the other end of the basement, is an elevator that will take us to the mansion. Call it. And then, once it's here, take it up to the mansion. And now, let's go through the mansion. Just very carefully walk around these guards. We want to use those double doors right there. Yep, right here. And then go this way. We want to go this way because there's two guards over here close to the stairwell, and they're too close together. You do not want to try to walk between them. But if you go the way I went, you can go behind them and then get up the stairwell. There's a guard patrolling up here. Make sure he's not around. What we want to do is wait for him to come out here and then quickly sneak in to the room. And then the safe is going to be immediately to the left. Just open it and pick up the jade figurine. And then hide and wait for the guard to come back. You will notice that that the safe didn't open because when I recorded this, I did not go through the effort of getting the combination. Because I figured that you, the viewer, can tell what to do. It's pretty self-explanatory. Open safe, pick up jade figurine. And now we'll backtrack and I'll show you how to get to the kitchen from here. So let's head back to the elevator. We will return to the basement because we need to get our chef uniform back on. And then we will head to the kitchen. And then let's say you're doing the mission and then this is the safe location you got. The ending is going to be the same. Put the laxative in the soup, serve it to Li Hong, to make Zun go away so that you can fiber wire him, and then hide him on the other side of the banquet table so that you can safely leave the room without his body being found. Alright, so the chef uniform, we got it back. There we go. And now back through the hidden corridor, we will return to the other elevator that we used for the brothel safe. The brothel safe is the only one where we're going to use that elevator to go to the second floor. For every other location, we're going to use it to go to the first. In this case, though, we're using it to get back up to the kitchen because Hong's office was in a completely different direction from the rest of the safes. So take it to the first floor, and then once you get up, we're going to want to go out the door over here, take a left through some double doors, and then a right into the kitchen. And then you can continue with the last part of the mission from this point on. Alright, so moving on to our next safe location, we have the weapons depot. This is the best and easiest possible safe location because it's in the basement. So what you want to do is go through the hidden corridor, and then the initial room that we used to get to this hidden corridor before, that's the weapons depot. And this room within the room is where the safe is. Just open it and pick up the jade figurine. It's that easy. And then we'll take this elevator to the first floor again, and then we'll go back to the kitchen again. And then you know the drill. Laxative in the soup, take it to the banquet table, make sure Zun eats it so he runs away, kill Li Hong, and then hide him behind the table to run out, and then run out the back door of the restaurant to head to the exit. So that hasn't really changed. So the ending of the mission isn't different at all. It's just the safe and getting back to the restaurant kitchen from whichever safe you got. So that's the third safe location. Now we will go on to the fourth. So up next, the last safe is the guard's quarters. This one's really easy too. The weapons depot is the easiest, but this is a close second. So hidden corridor, backtrack, and the guard's quarters in question is on the second floor of the restaurant. It's gonna be, if you recall from Wang Fu incident 2 levels ago, the room that we snuck into from that balcony overlooking the street, where we got the bomb from. The bomb was sitting on top of a safe. That is the guard's quarters safe. So yeah, we just have to go back to that room. So take this elevator to the first floor. We're going to cut through the kitchen and go out the back door. And then we're gonna go outside, and we're gonna go over to the street. We're gonna go to that ladder that we can climb up to get to the balcony. This is the same area that we snuck in and out of back in Wang Fu incident, like I said. So climb up, and then go to the first door to the right, pick the lock, and then once you're in, the safe will be right there. Just open the safe, pick up the jade figurine, and then we'll have to just go back out. Yep, simple as that. And as you've noticed through this footage, I did not go through the effort of getting the combination when recording these alternate outcomes, but I didn't really deem it necessary. So just climb back down. We'll go back to the dumpster / receiving area, or whatever you want to call it.
You, take this soup to Mr. Hum before I
And we'll go back into the kitchen, and then laxative soup, Zun's gotta poop, Li Hong dies. Alright. So that concludes everything. Alrighty. I'll see you next time.